creative individuals, whether you're a painter, a chef, or a pro golfer, whatever, you're going to do certain things a particular way. So if you're a musician coming to another country, why don't you take that song, that rock and roll song, and then put a Cuban beat to it, or an Italian rhythm to it, or mix it up and transpose that into a beautiful song. That will be fascinating. That's what I love.
That's exactly what this country needs. I mean, according to
anybody. I've been in, Costa Rica. I've been in Europe. I've been in Nicaragua, and you hear these gringos come in. They play the same damn song I heard 45 years ago, and they don't do it all that well. So if you were to do that, play that, you know the words inside out. You know the chords. Just bring in some Brazilian young lady and have her sing the whole thing in Spanish or in Portuguese. Sing it in Portuguese. And you're going to naturally have this, bring in some congas or some other un ritmo diferente, ¿verdad? So that's what artists should do. That's kind of what I've done to garden tools. Right?
Really?
I've taken these mundane tools. This is what they call the trowel. There's another. Here's another. All these mundane tools that they're all designed based on the manufacturer. You see how this thing's probably 50 years old. This thing's probably 10 years old, if not 3. All of them have been manufactured. They all buy their handles from the same company that turn all of these on a dowel, or on a lathe, I'm sorry. A wood lathe. If you don't know what a lathe is, you put in a chunk of wood and it sits there and it'll spin like this really fast. And then you take a tool like this and you carve that. So as that thing's spinning, I'm running this over and I get all these shapes. And then they shove it on they drill a hole in the end and they shove any piece of metal in. You just shove that in there, boom. Shove that in there, boom. All these get shoved in there and then crimped. And they all break right there. Every one of these will break over time. So the tool's been designed based on the machine that built it, not based on what the human being is doing when I grab that handle. There's no thought at all. What's my physiology when I grab this? If I need this to dig, I need to actually put force on there, get my foot up there, or put 2 hands on it, or force. Look what I'm having to do. I'm having to do this to get that thing to dig in the dirt. When I grab this, I'm just shaking hands with that handle. It's very comfortable. I haven't had to cock up my shoulder and my elbow and my wrist to get this to go. And then when I tug on that, because these curl over more than 90 degrees, it just dives into the dirt. So when I pull on this, that allows me to pull, even if I don't have a thumb in or if I've got arthritis or a bad shoulder, or I just am old, or maybe I'm just working in the garden 10 hours a day. This tool, that has a little bit of weight to it, it's not too heavy, but it just naturally works. Where this, you're gonna hurt yourself. At the end of the day, you're gonna need to take an Epsom salts bath, or find a masseuse, or buy a gallon of Bengay. So anyway, that's been the inspiration behind all of our garden tools. Same thing, stamped metal and investment cast. This will last 300 years if you take care of that. Your great-great-grandkids will own it when you're long gone. This will last maybe a month or 2, depending on what you want to do with it. And often, if you don't like the shape of it, you can actually bend it to whatever shape you want, because that's the way it's been made. These you're not going to break or bend.
it's
Anyway,
beautiful too.
That's my spiel on the garden tools. Thank you.